Hey everyone, welcome back to Joe's Hot Takes 25. I am your host. I am Joe. I'm your neighborhood hot takes machine, right? Your trivia hunter, social observer, and the guy who thinks there should be a class in high school called Common Sense 101. So this is season 1, episode 20. A couple things, a quick announcement. I just completed a book. I'm so excited. It's a book about my life. It's called The Cop in Me. The Cop in Me, and it is available on Amazon and also on iTunes Books, Apple Books. So it's a Kindle, and you can get it in soft, hard, or ebook. But it's just a story of my life. So if you really want to know who's doing your podcast, take a look at that book, and then you'll know where I came from and who I am. So that's my plug for myself for today. And I'm done with that. Okay, so we're going to talk about something that's everywhere, but never has been written really down. No, it's not your cousin's sketchy, weird business plan. I'm talking about these unwritten rules. These unwritten rules that that affect us every day. So let's jump into that. So we're these unwritten rules are just so weird. Okay, you ready? Let's talk about parking. Let's talk about flying. Let's talk about hitting the trails and hiking or biking, because apparently in nature there is a code. So buckle up on your own seat with your own armrest, and let's get into this, because we've all dealt with it, and you may be an offender. Maybe I've been an offender from time to time, but I try to be more conscious of it now, especially since I'm doing a podcast about it. So segment 1 of our unwritten rules is flying high, or at least not annoyingly. Let's start with the air travel. Now, we've all, pretty much all of us at some point or another, have gotten onto a plane. And if you haven't, be prepared. I'm going to give you some tips. Air travel. This is a place where humans pack themselves into a metal tube 35,000 feet above the earth, and collectively decide whether civilization still exists, because some people just lose it at 35,000 feet. So have you ever, if you ever fly next to the guy who decides it's Foot Freedom Friday, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is the guy that kicks off his shoes and maybe even his socks, right? And he's just going to kick back and enjoy the ride. Okay, guys, gals, everyone out there, airplanes are for travel. Airplanes are to get you from point A to point B. This is not your living room. This is not your yoga studio, okay? So ground yourself, metaphorically. Ground yourself and leave your shoes on, please. Nobody wants to be smelling your stinky feet, right? Okay. Now, when we get on the plane, and the same when we get off the plane, something that I want to share with you is this. It's not a race. We're not racing. We're not trying to see who can be the fastest. This is not an Olympic sport. This isn't something a Black Friday that we've been waiting for. No. I promise, your bag in row 23B is not getting off the plane before you. So calm down, Turbo. Just take a break, okay? So everybody needs to just slow down. I love it how people push past one another trying to get on the plane, or somebody's trying to put their stuff in the overhead. This is so annoying. They're trying to put their stuff in the overhead. People are trying to push by. It's like, take a moment. Just take a moment, okay? Just take a moment. Allow them to put their bag in the overhead, and then they're going to sit down, and then we can go on by. Now, to you guys that are putting your bags in the overhead, put your bag in the overhead. Just put your bag in the overhead. There is no reason to put your bag up there and then turn it and then look at it and then go, oh, I remember I want to get something out of my bag. No, 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 no. Just put your bag in there, leave it alone. When we get airborne and they turn the seatbelt sign off, then you can get up there and get into your bag and do whatever you want. But let's get on the plane. Now, we're on the plane, we've got on, now we're sitting down, and then we have this little armrest etiquette issue that's going to come up. So we're kind of playing chicken armrest edition, right? Who's going to put their arm on the armrest? So here's the code. Middle seat gets both armrests. Why is that? Because that poor sucker's already in the middle, man. Let him have something. I'm just kidding. Be conscious of who you're sitting next to. Don't be putting your arms up there, pushing your arms out. Just relax, sit back. I know it's a small area. You're going to sit in a little small area, and you're going to sit there for anywhere from probably 2 to 4 hours, maybe 6. God bless you if you have to fly that long. But a few hours, just get over it. Put your earbuds in, listen to some music, watch a movie, and leave your shoes on, okay? Now, that moves us to the next thing, which is reclining your seat. So I try. I used to fly quite a bit. I don't fly as much as I used to, but I try, to at least make some acknowledgement to the person behind me. Like I'll look back and I'll be like, maybe sometimes I'll say, you mind if I recline? Or I'll just kind of make eye contact with them and recline. And if they're cool with it, then I'm cool with it. Now, reminder, reclining, this isn't reclining on your lazy boy at home that lays you back flat. You're reclining, I don't know, 6 inches. It's not that big of a deal, folks. It's going to just recline you back a little bit. Big deal, all right? So be polite, right? And when you do, don't just drop your seat back, because somebody might have their laptop there. They may have drinks on that tray and behind you, and then you're going to drop your seat back, and there goes everything. So just be polite. Just be polite. I don't even know there's no other way to say it. Just be nice. I always say this in my podcast, be kind to one another. So please be kind. Okay, now, if you're sick, this is a big one. If you're sick, then put a mask on. If you're not sick, you don't need a mask. Seriously. Really, we're over it. But if you're sick, just throw on a mask, please, for the rest of us. Airplanes have filters, but we all don't really have patience. So if you're going to be sitting there coughing and sneezing, put a freaking mask on, okay? That's all I ask. Just put on a mask. Be cool. Be cool. Don't be a fool. Put on a mask. Now, just remember, you're not, the whole plane isn't revolving around you here. We have a whole bunch of people that have to get on there, and we're all in this together. So I don't care if you're in row 8, which is usually the row right behind first class. If you're in row 8 or if you're in row 35, it doesn't matter. We're all going to have to just take our time to get off. And when we're getting off of the plane, this is a key. Everybody just stay seated. When the plane stops at the gate, just stay seated. If you're in row 8 through 12, fine. Go ahead and stand up. Start getting your bags out. Start getting ready. I'm cool with that. Totally cool with that. But if you're not, then just wait. And when it's your turn, then you can get your bags down and you can exit, right? And those planes have a number. Row 12 has A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, C, go first. D, E, F, go next. And then the next row. Okay? Really, really simple. But these are unwritten rules. Nobody's wrote this down. We're going to talk about it. Okay. Woo! Now let's talk about parking lot survival skills. We did the plane. Now let's talk about the parking lots. This is a good one. All right. So Parking lots can be tricky, right? You have cars, you have pedestrians, you have shopping carts, and then you have the people that leave the shopping cart sitting out in the middle of the parking lot. So when there's a little wind, guess what happens? Right? Boom, shopping cart right into your car. So, and remember, your car is supposed to fit between two lines. Line on one side, line on the other side, your car in between. Not line on one side, your car in the middle of the next line, and then another line on the other side. All right? So we don't do that. So park between the lines. This isn't abstract art. They're just getting in the lines. It's simple. Now, especially, you minivan drivers or, Prius drivers, because I'm a big fan of Prius or Prius. You Prius drivers, yeah, definitely park between the lines. Because if you don't, probably some guy in a big truck or Jeep is going to come in there and pull up next to you, throw their door open, and put a nice crease in the side of your aluminum car. So think about it. Stay between the lines. That's just being respectful. This is another part of being respectful is handicap. Oh my gosh. Please, people, please respect handicap spaces. This one should be obvious. If you don't have a permit, don't park there. Not even if it's like, oh, I'm just going to run in for a minute. Okay, you're going to just run in for a minute. That's cool that you are capable of running in. Because some people are not capable of jumping out of their car and running in. Some folks have to get out and get some sort of an assistance to help them walk. Either a walker, a wheelchair, crutches, whatever. Don't do it. It's rude. It's not kind. Let's be kind. Come on. Be respectful. Don't park in handicapped spaces. Not even for a second. Don't put yourself there. Okay, now, here's a question. This is an unwritten rule, I'm assuming. But is there even a rule? Do we yield to pedestrians that are walking through the parking lot? Okay, so the question is, do we yield to the pedestrians who are wandering, right? Wandering between, there's cars parked here, there's cars parked here, there's the driveway, but then we have these people that are just wandering, meandering through slowly, like zombies, walking through the middle of the driveway. Now, should you honk at them? Should you get up close and boom, rev your engine? I like that one too. But the bottom line is they're pedestrians, so they're going to lose, you're going to win if you're in the car at that moment. If you hit them, you're going to lose. You're going to lose everything. So don't do it. Deal with it. But pedestrians, think about it. When you're walking, don't walk down the middle of the driveway, especially with your shopping cart, weaving around or talking or whatever you're doing. Just go. Get out of your car and go inside. Go. Just go. Okay? All right. Now, we've all been followed slowly by someone hoping that we're about to leave, right? You get in your car, then suddenly feel like the celebrity being watched, right? Because all of a sudden you got 2 or 3 cars that are lined up. Now all of a sudden turn signals are coming on. Everybody wants your spot. So if that's the case, and you've done your shopping and you're getting ready to leave, get in your car and go. Just go. Okay? There's no reason to sit there and check your Instagram account. Get going. Right? So that the next car can pull in. And then, I touched on this, but let's really talk about it. Put your shopping cart away. Just put your shopping cart away. Right? Seriously. The the cart corrals, are not that far away. They're not. So if you leave your car, or your cart, or some people call them trolleys, if you leave your trolley out in the driveway and a little breeze comes up, wow, Guess what you got? Trolley across the parking lot, into the side of somebody's car. Hopefully not your own. So put, it's 10 extra steps, folks. It's 10. All right, 30 extra steps. You probably need to get some steps in anyway. It's 30 extra steps. Go over there, put your shopping cart away. Please, please, just put it away. And, you know, like I said, park between the lines. Don't take up 5 spots. Don't take up 2 spots. Park between the lines. Don't meander yourself down the middle of the parking lot while you're going to the grocery store or Walmart or whatever. Just get out of your car and go. Get there. When you come back, put your shopping cart away and then get in your car, and when you see 3, 4 cars lined up with their blinkers going, go ahead and go. You can go somewhere else and check your Instagram. It's probably not that important anyway. So, anyway, those are some unwritten rules. The unwritten rules are, don't park in handicap spots, park between the lines, yield to pedestrians, but as a pedestrian, get yourself moving. Don't linger and stalk and wait. Don't be that guy. See, I'm not the guy that'll sit there with my blinkers on, because I'll just go to the end of the parking lot and park the farthest spot away and get the extra steps in. I need the extra steps anyway, so why not, right? And when you're all done, put your cart away, get in your car, go home or somewhere. You can go wherever you want, but you can't stay here. Just get out of the parking lot. Okay. Woo! That was a good one. We covered a lot there, right? All right. So now let's talk about a little thing called trail etiquette. Now, I'm a mountain biker. My wife is a huge hiker. She loves hiking. She loves getting on the trails. I'm a biker. I want on the mountain bike. I want to cruise on the trails. I want to have a good time. There's walkers, there's mountain bikers, and there's horses. All right. So we're on a trail. All right. What are the rules? All right. So rule number 1, before we even get started, let's do this. If you want to listen to music, this goes for trail riding, this goes for sitting at the beach, this goes for camping in the mountains. If you want to listen to music, put earbuds in. Put earbuds in, because not everybody wants to listen to your music, right? So there's always some dude that's blasting EDM, from a Bluetooth speaker that's, dangling off of his mountain bike or something. Stop it. Stop. Don't do it. Put earbuds in if that's what you got to do. Okay, now let's get started. There is a rule. I have seen it posted on the trails. Nobody follows the rules, but let's go over them. Wheels yield to heels. Remember that. Wheels yield to heels. So, bikers, if you're on a mountain bike, you need to give way to runners and walkers. Okay? So, normally what I've found when I'm riding trails in Phoenix, what I've found is hikers will generally, when they see the mountain bikes coming, they'll just step off the trail. And I make a point as I go by, I say, thank you so much. Thank you for doing that. You didn't have to. But if they do it, that's great. But they have no reason to. And if they don't, you on the mountain bike better not be PO'd at them because they didn't move, because we need to yield to them. And everybody needs to be thinking about yielding to horses, right? The last thing you want to do is see somebody riding their horse up a trail and you come flying down on your mountain bike with your EDM blasting off your Bluetooth speaker and scare the hell out of the horse. Horse bucks, throws the rider off into a cactus. They get bit by a rattlesnake, but you don't care, because by the time this whole thing happens, you're already down the trail another 100 feet or 200 feet, so you don't even know what happened, right? Okay. And you didn't hear any of the chaos because you had your speaker going full blast. Okay. Now, this one's important. I'm a mountain biker, so trust me, it's important. When you're climbing a mountain and you're going up and you're pedaling up and you're grinding up that hill, right? You're trying to get up that hill. uphill traffic wins. So if somebody is huffing and puffing and they're pulling an uphill, don't make them stop. Don't make them stop. All right? They've already made a bad choice. They made a bad choice to try to climb this hill anyway. So just let them pass. If you're a mountain biker and you're coming down the hill and it's fun and you're hauling booty, stop. Let that uphill biker get past you. Okay? All right. Now, this kind of goes to now, here's another thing. If you're walking on the trail and you're hogging the trail, kind of like the parking lot people we were talking about, if you're one of those, and there's people coming up behind you, be kind and get out of the way. It's kind of like playing a round of golf, right? You got to keep playing. If you don't keep playing, we're going to play through you. And that's not cool. So move out of the way, let people go, and then you can get back and resume your leisurely walk, talk, whatever it is you're doing. Okay, so that's another one of those rules we don't really talk about a lot. Another thing that I think is an unwritten rule that probably should be more written is announce your pass. Mountain bikers, it's so simple. On your left. You always pass people on your left, just like the rules of the road. That way we don't get confused. We don't have to think, what did they say? Do I go right? Do I go left? What do I do? Right? Pass on the left. So all you got to do is as you're coming up on somebody and they're going slow, just let them know, hey, on your left. All right? That's key to the person in front of you to go, oh, I'm about to get passed on my left. Maybe I'll scoot over to my right a little bit if I can. Okay. It's a magical phrase. So don't just ninja squirrel people and pew, shoot past them, because one, it startles people and you're liable to make them wreck, which I know you don't care because you're already up the trail by the time they've finished their tumble, but it's still not cool. And you don't know who you just crashed. What if you just crashed Lance Armstrong? He's going to jump on his bike, he's going to haul ass up there and catch up to you, and then you're going to have a problem. Okay? Maybe not. Lance isn't that big of a guy. Okay. But it startles people, so be careful. And, you know, you're especially out in the forest. In the desert, riding is one thing. In the forest, man, you yell out on your left, people are going to hear it, people are going to move. You don't say anything, you shoot past somebody, man, it is scary. And you got trees everywhere. So nobody wants to get hurt. Nobody wants to hurt somebody else. Be kind, right? And remember, wheels yield to heels, okay? If you're going to pass, you pass on your left. It's just like driving, right? Okay? I talked about don't block the trail. If you need to stop and tie your shoe, or you want to take 45 selfies, okay? Be cool about it, man. Just move out of the way and allow people to pass you. Headphones, I mentioned this, right? Because we don't want the speaker dangling there blasting ridiculous music. Let's get the headphones on, but guys, keep your volume down. You just want a nice little tone in your ear. You want to be able to hear what's happening in nature. You know, you want to be able to hear the guy behind you saying on your left. You want to be able to hear the car rolling up behind you if you're biking on the streets, okay? So think about that. Now, this is a big pet peeve of mine. When you're out in the trail, you're out at the beach, you're out in the desert, I don't care where you're at, you're out, you're not at your home, leave no trace. Nobody should know that you were there, right? That means take your granola wrappers with you, take your banana peels with you, take all your weird whatever it is you have out there home with you. I don't know who does this. I have seen socks on the side of the trail. Who's leaving their socks on the side of the trail? I don't know who it is, but stop. Don't do it anymore. Okay? Please? Thank you. Nobody wants your smelly socks. And it's just nasty. And now, let's talk about pets. I'm gonna touch somebody's feelers here, but pets. Leash them, love them, and clean up after them. Leash them. They need to be on a leash. Love your pets. Don't let them run loose. and clean up after them. Nobody wants to step in a present while we are walking a trail or riding a trail or anything else. So just be kind and think it through. I know that you want your pets to run loose. Sometimes that's okay if you're in the right areas. But remember, in all the national forests, in the state forests, and in pretty much every park, there are leash laws. You are required to keep your pets on a leash. The only exception is if your pet is one of those absolutely in tune pets that you can control like that by voice command, whistle, or whatever else. That is the only, that I'm aware of, the only caveat to not having them on a leash. So keep your pets on a leash, please. Thank you. Pick up their poop. I know it's gross, but you wanted the pet, so you got to have the poop cleaners. That's your thing. That's why I have no dogs. I have no cats. Don't even have fish. Nothing. I'm cleaning up. No poop. Okay. So we covered flying, we covered trails, and we covered parking lots. So the next thing that we have to consider in all of this is, what about our offenders? How do we deal with these people? How do we deal with the people that are offending without losing our minds? Okay, so what do you do when someone doesn't follow the rules? What if someone's blasting TikTok in row 14, you're listening to some ridiculous thing, or they're parked diagonally across 4 lanes. They left their granola bar on the hiking trail. Okay. Take a deep breath, everyone. Come on. Okay. Let's talk about a few ways that we can just try to keep our cool, right? Because we all want to go, hey, pick up your trash, pick up your dog poop, sit down, be quiet, turn the radio off. I know, it's irritating, it's annoying, but give yourself a timeout if you can. Now, walk away. If you feel like turning into the Hulk and ripping somebody's head off, stop. Just walk away. This is not worth it. It is not worth it. If it's really something that bothers you, just be the bigger person. Pick up the granola wrapper yourself, right? Be the bigger person. Go 4 spaces down and park somewhere else because somebody parked diagonally and they took up all the spots. Just be kind, right? Just take a break. Just take a break. Don't get all rounded up about this. Now, we always want to create distance. Now, can we change seats on an airplane? Sometimes. Sometimes you can talk to the flight attendant once that flight gets going and say, listen, I'm really sorry. If you have an open seat somewhere else, may I have it? Because the person sitting next to me, I'm probably going to choke them out in their seat. And nobody wants that. So talk to your flight attendant. See if there's a way that they can maybe help you move seats. Here's another thing. Especially, I've noticed this when I'm mountain biking in Arizona. A lot of the trails that I get on have break-off trails. So if you've got some biker on your trail or hikers on your trail, this happened to me in Phoenix not too long ago. I was coming down the trail and the trail forked, and on the right, which is the way I wanted to go, there was about 15 people. It was like this whole big group, and they just were walking all over the trail. They were on both sides, down the middle. Okay, I don't need that. So I took the trail to the left, went a little bit farther and went around, and of course got past them quickly because I was on a bike. So there's ways to get around this. So just create distance, change trails if you have to, but try to change your energy, right? Don't be angry. You just have to go, you know what? That is on them. That has nothing to do with me, and I'm not going to let them make me feel this way. You can redirect it. If you're with somebody that's having a fit about some of this stuff, redirect it and go, hey, maybe we can talk about literally anything else right now. Anything but this person that is annoying the hell out of me. So, there's that. And then, of course, this is totally, I can't give you better advice than this, but choose your battles, right? Not every hill is worth dying on. okay? 30 years with law enforcement behind me and security. I'm telling you, choose your battles. Just let it go. A parking spot, a shopping cart left out, rude people on the trail, dog poop, candy wrappers. It's not worth getting into a physical altercation or worse. We all know that everybody is carrying guns. Everybody is cocked and locked and ready for a situation. And for those that that aren't involved, that are on the peripheral, they're all getting their cell phones out, right? We know those people. They're not going to do anything to help, but they're going to cell phone video this, and then they're going to post this on every possible website, and you might see yourself on the news tonight. So think that through. Choose your battles. And then just, stay grounded. Stay classy, folks. Stay classy. If you really have to, do a Yelp review or something. And you can out your people and say, look, I was on this trail. This is a great trail. I love this trail. However, I've noticed that on this trail there are these people that have their dogs pooping everywhere, leaving their candy wrappers everywhere, and their socks. For God knows why somebody leaves their socks on the trail, but whatever. You can put that review out there, and then hopefully the guy that left his socks out there will go, oh, wow, maybe I shouldn't do that in the future. I don't know. But, keep this in mind too, folks. You never know what other people are going through. You don't know what their day is like. You don't have any idea what's going on with them. So, the guy that zoomed into the parking lot, parked sideways, he might be running to get meds for a sick kid, right? I don't know. Or maybe he's just an apple. And you say an apple? Just say apple without closing your mouth. You know what I mean. All right. So, you guys, thank you so much for listening in to my unwritten rules. That's it for today's episode of Joe's Hot Takes 25. So whether you're in the sky, whether you're on the street, deep in the woods, a little awareness and a little kindness can go a long way. So remember, don't be that guy or that girl, right? You know the one. But be the one who makes the world just a little bit easier, maybe a little bit better to live in. Always, 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 please be kind. Please be kind to one another. And stay curious, because as long as you're curious, right, you're learning. And when you're learning, I love it. Challenge yourself. Ask yourself questions, research things, find out what's going on. But anyway, I'm going to close this one out. Thank you so much. We're going to catch you next time on Joe's Hot Takes 25. It's going to be the same Hot Take channel, so come and see us. All right, my friends, peace. Take care.